Well, now, Nick Kent is still with me, and I've been joined by Ray Coleman, who is the editor of The Melody Maker, Rick Wakeman, who is a composer and musician who studied at the Royal College of Music and is the keyboard player with Yes, and Joe Strummer, who didn't study at the Royal College of Music and is lead singer and rhythm guitarist with The Clash. Are you going to move into a mansion and protect yourself from the press, or...?
No, I think that's not the point at all. I think the main thing we should be talking about is that are they worth reading, you know? I mean, I buy the music papers every week, and I buy the Beano same day. And I find that only on good weeks does the music press out Beano the Beano. When it should, in fact, you know, they should be more brief.
And do you care what they say about you in it?
I don't care, you know, you've got to take the rough with the smooth.
Yeah, but if the rough is too rough, you also lose your livelihood.
I don't care, you know. I mean, if it's too rough, it's too bad, it's tough, you know.
And do you think that is a license for you to say anything that you think is fair?
Yeah, sure. Of course I do. I mean, Joe just said that he equates the music press, I mean, in toto with the Beano. I mean, like, for me, the music press has an obligation to do three things. That is to inform, to entertain, and to inspire, and involves, like, I mean...
You missed out insult.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Insult?
Yeah.
No, I tell you what.
Like
you do
inform. Inform is the word. Hold on.
You don't inform.
Yes, I do it. Yeah. We
No,
inform.
you don't
we inform on the basic level. Hold on. We inform on the basic level of what gigs are going on this week. That's what we're talking about. Information.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about informing on what musicians have to say in a
yes, and we inform on you know what's going on.
You inform on gigs, you inform on charts, and you inform on certain levels. I remember back to the music press, you know, going back a few years when it was literally like a week. It was a weekly, which was a paper.
How far are you going back to?
I'm going mostly from the years 62 to about 70.
Where I wasn't involved, so I really can't comment on that.
Yeah, you see, what annoys me is that you get press situations at the moment where I've no objections to people's personal opinions, but I've been at gigs, not talking about my own gigs or Joe's gigs or any of the others. I've been at gigs where I've seen an audience like really enjoy themselves. I've made my own opinion of what the band is like, and I've read a review the following week of that gig from somebody who's absolutely slagged it off. Said it was the worst thing since Kellogg's cornflakes. And if you read that, and if I hadn't been to the gig, I would have thought, my God, that must have been really terrible. But I saw maybe a couple of thousand kids there who really got off on it, who really enjoyed themselves. I saw a band maybe had a few problems, plagued by a few things that happened to go on. But the actual report that you read is not really valid to actually what went on.
From any other report of any other art? I mean, every actor, every playwright we've ever had on this programme has said the same thing about theatre critics. Are your people just doing the same job, or have they an axe to grind?
They've no axe to grind. They're individuals with opinions. Rick makes the point that a lot of people enjoyed the gig. That might be true, but I mean, millions
isn't
of
that
people...
worth reporting?
10 million people enjoyed Crossroads.
I didn't enjoy the gig. I thought it was terrible, but 2,000 kids thought it was magic.
That generally does
But then
happen,
you're asking
I will
him to
maintain.
become really a publicity man rather than a critic. I mean, has not the journalist on the music press the right to be a critic?
Of course he's got the right to be a critic, but often or
part
not...
of his job.
But often or not, after critics, for example, the people that interview you and the people that go to concerts, in the music industry don't do their homework. I can't answer for Nick, so I've never actually done anything.
Is there too much confusion in the job? You see, in other newspapers, the critics and the reporters tend to be two separate people. Do you mix the functions too much?
No, not too much, actually. It's a very separate department in our office, certainly. I'd like to make the point to Rick that the Eurovision Song Contest obviously results in a record that's bought by millions of people. I don't think many of us would really regard it as an artistic achievement. And therefore, the fact that an awful lot of people applauded at a concert doesn't make it artistically worth praising.